Hello, Aries. Welcome back to the channel. Aries, the Emperor here. I am back with another general reading for all of my Aries collective. If you guys are new here, welcome. This is an all Aries channel for all of my Aries placements. Cross watchers, you are welcome as well. To everyone, just take in mind that this reading may or may not resonate with you, and that is okay. Don't feel the need to force a reading. Thank you to all of you guys who do like, subscribe, comment, share, donate, book personal readings, shop the website. It's officially Aries season, y'all. All right, we in the building. So happy birthday. Shouts out to all of you guys who have birthdays, especially today. So I am still running the sale as far as candles, intention candles, and personal reads go, all the way through Aries season. So if you'd like to connect or purchase, all of my information is in the description box located down below, as well as my second channel, Kiss My Cosmo, where I read for all 12 signs. And thank you to those of you who stopped by the live last night. I kind of like spontaneously went live just to kind of chop it up with everybody. Okay. All right. So go check that out as well. And we're going to jump into this read, y'all. We're not going to waste no time. All right. Let's see what's to come for you, Aries. Like in this season, it's all about you. You know, when is it not about you? And I'm not saying that in like a selfish, condescending type of way. But just going into this season, you know, really, really, really go within. Okay, like you've never gone within before. Okay, be brave about it. You know, be bold, be sure in your decisions. Don't second guess yourself. Okay, I just felt the need to say that to somebody out there. Let's get into it. I want to pull some oracle. Let's see. Let's get some what's tea. I'm wishing all of you guys love, peace, prosperity, abundance, not just during Aries season, but hey, for the rest of your life. You and your loved ones, okay? Let's get into it. Let's see what messages come out. Spirit, messages for Aries. Excuse my squeaky table. All right, messages for Aries, Spirit. And like I said, you know, this is official new year. So this is the perfect time for you to start something new for yourself. So it's literally a new beginning here. And I'm quite excited about it. I hope you are too. All right, so we got a few that came out. This is shocking, you guys. All right, the first one says bad reputation. Okay. The second one says love on the brain, dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, nostalgic. Then we have unbothered, my favorite. And then we have grudge holder. Somebody could be holding a grudge because something isn't affecting you like they thought that it would. This could be energies that you have to deal with to come, you know, if this isn't something that you're dealing with. But I feel like also this is a reminder, you know, out with the old, in with the new. What you did yesterday, who you was yesterday is not who you are today, and it's not who you're going to be tomorrow. Just focus on it. You know, it'll help you, you know, especially the background noise. You know, people have a lot of opinions. They have a lot to say about you a lot of times when they can't even look in the mirror and be truthful with themselves. You know what I'm saying? So whatever type of reputation it is that someone is trying to paint out and make you to look, let it be. You know what I'm saying? Let it be. Let people hold grudges. You know, let people talk shit. You know, just smile and nod. Okay. You're right. Or don't say nothing at all. Because look, bad karma is what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck here. This could be somebody that's wanting to be like you. This could be somebody that's mad because you're not giving in to them. This could be somebody mad because you done changed, and you done changed for the better, and they're not a part of that. And you have no plans to make them a part of that. Girl fight is another card that just came out. Arguments, physical fight, at war, competing. You know, only person we competing with this season, Aries, and going forward is ourselves. That's it. Nobody else. Fuck everybody else when it comes down to that. You are your own competition, okay? It's you versus you. Nobody else. I have to remind myself of that, you know, all the time. You know, we can't take things personal. These are the players, and this is the game. You know what I'm saying? So play yours the way you set it up to be played. Just don't let nobody come in and play you. You guys may be at odds with someone, or more than someone. Or somebody could think that you and them beefing, or you at war with them or something, and they really at war with themselves. Messages for Aries spirit. Hold on. Okay, I thought that was 2 cards. Let's say, oh, we missed one. All right, messages for Aries spirit. Once you master the art of being unbothered, you a bad motherfucker. In my Samuel L. Jackson voice. We got the King of Swords to come out. The Hierophant, Taurus energy. The 10 of Pentacles, Virgo energy. The Page of Cups, Pisces energy. All right, you could be dealing with someone with any of these signs, or this could be aspected in your natal chart, okay? But like I said here, the 10 of Pentacles, especially the King of Swords, let me just start there. It's somebody who really plans out something. It's somebody that really puts in the mental work. And King of Swords energy is air energy. Like the most detached is Aquarius. That's the most unbothered. You know what I'm saying? You could have heavy Aquarius placements in your chart. But like I said, you know, these are all energies that we are dealing with. Nobody is personally, well, yeah, they are personally doing it, but you know, it just depends on your makeup, you know, as far as your natal chart goes, and what you're dealing with and how you gonna handle the situation. And the King of Swords is somebody who you will never see them sweat. You know what I'm saying? They're very smart. They're very good at what they do. You know, I feel like these are a lot of qualities that you absolutely have. You know what I mean? The Hierophant is just practicing in that and believing in that. And once you get the groove of everything, you know, it'll start to come to you a little bit smoother, where it doesn't really feel like you're putting effort into certain things anymore. You know, and then that frees up space for you to be able to go out and do even better things for yourself, right? And create even better outcomes for yourself, right? With the 10 of Pentacles, you know, that's something that is you have built, have created, made a name for yourself, a way for you and your family. Is somebody who is definitely financially stable or some level of well off, you know, whether this is actually materially or spiritually here, with the Page of Cups being Pisces energy. You know, that's somebody who started out with something small and didn't give up. You know, it's just having that spirit of a child, and just knowing, you know, if whatever it is that you're trying to do in life, whatever dream, even if it's to be a good husband, a good wife, you know, sometimes it be the simple things that make us the happiest. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we need to always start. Because you do have love on the brain, this oracle that came out, and it's just dreaming. You know, Page of Cups is an energy of dreaming. You know, and thinking outside of the box. This could also be some type of partnership that somebody is wanting to extend to you in some way, shape, or form, or collaboration. Um, yeah, this is somebody that could look up to you, or this is an energy where you're transforming, you know, and you are going to have people looking up to you and looking to you. So let's see what else comes out. Look at that, 4 of Wands is what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck. All right, we got the High Priestess, Pisces energy to actually come out. There we go, Spirit confirmation. I love these cards. They came from Italy. Like the illustrations are so vibrant and beautiful. Oh, and look what comes out, the 4 of Wands here. Some of you guys could be like readers out there, or some of you guys could have the gift of speaking beyond this realm, you know, i.e. medium, like that sort of energy is what I'm getting here as well. But I also feel like this is like some of you guys are really psychic, you know, I'm talking about on a high level frequency type energy is what this is giving off here. And some of you guys are really about to do some great things if you're not already in the process of doing it. Like you just don't even know. You can't even imagine, you know, what's to come for you here. It's the High Priestess energy is co-ruled by Neptune and Jupiter, you know, so it's things that we don't know, things that we have yet to figure out, or things we may not never figure out. You know what I'm saying? So this may be something that happens within like the next moon cycle or the next moon phase of some sort here, is that's what I'm getting. Because the High Priestess, normally she has the different moon cycles in her, above her head, but this card's a little different. She has a half a moon down there at her cloth here, but that symbolizes, you know, the moon is where we are supposed to derive our superpowers, you know, our intuition. So with this being draped around her, some of you guys could get your best messages or your best downloads, you know, during certain moon phases. Some of you guys are getting stronger as far as tapping in goes, because we're all tapped in, you know. It's just, you know, it's a practice like anything else. It's something that you got to stay dedicated. And look what comes out, the actual moon. Thank you, Spirit. Pisces energy. 5 of Wands. Ooh, Aries. All right, we have the Strength and the King of Pentacles to come out. And let me get another one. Three of Wands, Sagittarius energy. Okay, let's take a look. Let's see. Like I mentioned, I guess you could have people that's in competition with you. This could be people at work, people that shouldn't even be competing with you. There's a level of insecurity here for someone, whether this is you or someone else. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Those are just things that, you know, you got to take at face value and you got to work on within yourself if that's something personally that you're going through. We all been there, you know. I have my moments. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing to be ashamed of, but this could be an energy towards you here. You know, like I said, a lot of things could be changing for you to come here, and it could make people feel all sorts of ways. It could have all type of people showing up and coming out of the woodworks, you know. So I would say, you know, I've said it before, you know what I'm saying? Things don't have to be a secret, but, you know, sometimes it's good to move in silence. You know, sometimes it's good to take a break and jump off the grid. I feel like that's something that I'm going to try and do here to come as well. You know, like I said, this is a new start, a new year for not just you guys, for me as well. So I'm going to take that extremely serious in this season, you know. But with the Five of Wands and the King of Pentacles, like that's somebody fighting for a spot, a position, whether this is in your life or this is somebody going after the same things that you are, somebody trying to keep up with you in some way, shape, or form. But from the looks of it, you stepping on motherfuckers' toes and their necks. And don't raise your foot up. You keep it down there because it's down there for a good reason. Literally, look at him stepping on his neck. You see that foot? Yeah. We stepping on toes and necks this season, but it ain't nothing personal. And it's going to be real grace-like. Graceful-like. You're going to be stronger than you ever been. Like I said, braver than you ever been, bolder than you've ever been, ready to take a leap, ready to see what's out there. And with no fucks given, unapologetic about it. You guys are innovators in your own right. We got the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. You are innovators in your own right. You got the juice. And don't you ever forget it. You got the juice. You got the sauce. And a damn good spiritual kitchen to cook it in. To whip it up in. Empress, what I say, you take your seat, Aries, and you stay there. Empress energy. Two of Wands, Aries energy is what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck. The Empress, she normally has 12 stars in her crown, right? And that's to symbolize each month of the year. You know, each sign is season that we go through and how she kicking ass and taking names through each and every season, right? So with this Ace of Pentacles and Empress coming out, baby, you rich. You been that. And like I said, it's your choice if you want people to see that or not. And even if they don't see it, then that's even better. They're showing you how they really feel. You know what I'm saying? So I said it and I'm going to say it again. Don't take things for what you want them to be. Take them for what they are. What you see, what you being shown. What they tell you, believe nothing you hear and only half of what you see. That's no lie. That's that high priestess. That's that, especially that's moon energy. Whoever this is, I wouldn't trust a damn picture of them. Somebody's a little tactful piece of work. Somebody throws rocks and hides their hand. Somebody likes to poke the bear, and you the bear. Not knowing with this strength card that you taming a real beast. But a graceful one. I feel like some of you guys are put on pedestals and you don't even realize it. Some people may not even like that you put on a certain pedestal or you're looked at in a certain light, you know, but oh well, you know, that's with that bad reputation. But that's, like I said, their opinion. Your truth is your truth. Nobody else can live in that but you. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, who you were yesterday is not who you're going to be today or tomorrow or going forward. We got the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Swords to come out. Let me pull a few more. Justice, Libra energy. I'm going to show you guys. Some of these things, some things that y'all stressing out about is unnecessary. You need to get into that unbothered energy. And like I said, I'm guilty of it too. You know, you got to count your blessings. Don't take them away from yourself. King of Cups, Cancer energy. We got the King and the Queen of Cups out here. Do I see wedding bells here in the future? I definitely see somebody that's on the same page as you. Something that's meant to be. We got the Five of Cups. And this could also be a situation where you thought something was going to be forever. And it's just something that you come into the realization that it's not. I'm sorry. My son has that TV so loud. I hope y'all can't hear that. Got the Nine of Cups. I'll give you one more, Spirit. Someone is sad. Or I feel like somebody is sorry. Somebody may feel like they lost you forever. Like I said, and maybe they did. I feel like somebody could be in a jam. Like somebody is really desperate at this time. So just be mindful of people coming in and asking for favors. Because a person will love you. You could tell a person yes 1,000,000 times. Tell them no one time. And guess what? Everything bad that you ever did is going to come up in the conversation. And everything that good you did is going to be omitted. All right, Nine of Cups. But you still that. You still somebody that is in with like a good spirit. Four of Pentacles. And a lot of you have lost a lot, you know, but it's not something that you cannot regain, re-maintain. Like I said, this Four of Pentacles could be a blockage of some sort here. And that's why I said you count your blessings. Don't take them away. Break them blockages down. Open them chakras up. Speak to spirit. The universe is listening. Always listening. I was listening to something a lady was speaking on. Because I've been experiencing a lot of ringing in my ears. Right, and it just feels like it turns up and like it'll turn down. And I just so happened to run across an interview, and I can't think of the lady's name, but she was basically saying that's spiritual, that's a frequency that's being turned up. It's just like, you ever use one of those stud finders and it's like beep beep beep, like when you get to the stud, you know, it's just like certain levels at certain times are peaking spiritually. And some of you guys maybe have experienced ringing in your ear as well here, but she was like, that's when you speak to your angels, and if it's too loud, ask them to turn it down. You know, really ask them, what are you trying to what do I need to know, spirit? You know, there may be a time we need to go step out into nature where it is quiet, under a tree or just in the grass. I can't wait till it gets warm enough so I can just walk in the grass barefoot. That's one of my favorite things to do. And of course, I'm going to go hug a tree. That's for sure. But I'm going to leave this reading here, y'all. Hit that like and subscribe button for more messages from me. Happy Aries season, loves, and happy birthday, Aries. I'll catch you later, y'all.